We're rolling.
Yeah,
Damn
yeah.
it, we're gonna roll.
Yeah. I want to get this over with because you are annoying the hell out of me today.
But Daddy, I just need some attention sometimes.
Yeah, you and your dog both. Oh my God.
I'm so excited. The second I move out and leave this dog here, it is going to be nothing but shoes in a shredder.
Yeah.
So I would teach her how to do it.
No, like
Every time I say bye, Sid, she's going to go run and get a shoe.
no, I'm actually going to train her, and she's going to be a good dog.
She says that. Gets it on the ground.
Yeah.
All right.
So anyway,
What happened this week?
hi everybody.
Hi, how are you?
Thanks for showing up.
It's a nerd out episode.
It's cold out there.
Man. It's been, I don't think it's gone above 30 in the past like 3 days.
Yeah. That dog waited until we started recording.
she
It
did.
hadn't done that for the last 30 minutes.
Well, it lasts like 6 days.
Yeah.
That's the last episode.
Yeah. Shit, where were we?
It's cold.
Oh, man,
Hasn't been higher than 30 in the past like 4 days.
Yeah, we didn't make it a minute before I cussed.
I said damn it right at the beginning.
All right. No sponsors again. Oh no.
We'll try to do top 25 next year.
Anyway, so I guess the biggest news of all, TikTok is back.
Yeah.
It was banned not even 24 hours.
I wasn't even banned 12 hours.
Yeah. Which, I mean, I'm glad it's back because what else am I going to do whenever I'm using the bathroom?
See, I'm going to take a hot take here.
Mm-hmm.
I think TikTok should have stayed banned.
You know, honestly, I bet in those 12 hours that it was banned, the increase in productivity at work skyrocketed.
Yeah.
Like, not my job, but like
I just went to Facebook Reels.
Yeah, like everybody. I refuse to go to Facebook Reels or Instagram or
Why? They're so good.
Because that's all this was about. The whole TikTok thing was about the fact that it's not even, it's a Chinese parent company that owns TikTok, you know, and they want it to be owned by America.
Yeah.
You know, and so they're going to ban it.
Yeah.
You know, and they're all like, yeah, we're going to ban it. And China, you know, they're like, yeah, we already banned it. So, so wait. So if it's banned over there, then we ban it here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but that's all it was. And one of the senators actually said the quiet part out loud. They said that it was too powerful of a propaganda machine that they don't control.
Mm.
So
that's how they get you.
Well, that's why they wanted it to be an American company, you know, like Facebook and, you know, stuff like that, because then they can decide whether or not something gets played or it doesn't get played.
I think, so I'm going to give you my reasons for why I think it should have stayed banned. Because, I don't know, I know probably like nobody's going to agree with me on it. But people were off their phones more today. You know, there was more human contact between people.
Yeah.
Like you said, people probably got more stuff done, just in general.
Hell, I did.
Yeah. Like, TikTok is such a great thing that's so convenient, and it gives you that dopamine constantly because you always see something new or something funny.
Mm-hmm.
And it makes, like, I don't know, I'm going to sound like every politician, but it makes your quality of life go down because you're constantly getting dopamine. Every few seconds, every few hours, you're getting something from TikTok. And if you just don't have TikTok, you're not having that consistent dopamine going on all the time. Little things in the world that are supposed to bring you happiness will bring you happiness again.
Yeah.
Like your dopamine receptors will not be so overworked, and it'll be looking for anything to make you happy. And you'll just be a happier person.
Well, I mean, so I agree with you, right? And that's a valid point. But also, right before you made that statement, you went to Facebook Reels. Yeah, Jamie was on Instagram Reels. You know, there's a mass migration to Red Note.
Yep.
people were VPN and Canadian servers, so that way they could use Canada's TikTok.
Yep.
So, I mean,
like I completely back up what I say, but I'm completely biased against it too.
right.
Everybody that says it's awful for you, they're still watching it.
Yeah, I mean, I say it's awful, and I watch it, and we were just talking about, like, so we're gonna get on that TikTok page,
Yeah.
So I mean, it's I don't know, it's just something that's here, like it's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
People have, I mean, even in my generation, like we kept looking for stuff to entertain us, and it just kept going more and more digital.
But you guys made video games.
Right. And then, like the 80s and 90s, big video game boom. And like, that's just what we did. And, it's just kept going and gotten more and more massive. And now, these little, I mean, I remember Vine, 7 seconds. Who can be funny in 7 seconds?
People did it every day.
There are classics. I still get on YouTube sometimes and look up old Vines.
Yeah, I do
because
too.
they were just really good.
They're classic, simple comedy.
Yeah.
They're just funny.
Yeah, and it was, quick and easy to like watch, and you could watch something and you can anticipate something, enjoy something, and get satisfaction from something in 7 seconds. Sounds a lot like my sex life. But but uh sorry about that. But that's what it is. Like, like it's just gotten easier and faster, and that's what everybody likes. So it's not going anywhere. I mean, the only reason TikTok's still around is because um, who knows who it's going to be, but it's going to be announced that somebody bought them. Probably the Zuck, but Mark Zuckerberg. For those that don't know,
Mr. Beast was trying to buy it.
He would ruin it.
Yeah, he would. But he was trying.
I'm sure he was.
And there were a couple people trying to buy TikTok.
Yeah, who wouldn't?
Yeah.
Dude, if I had the money, I'd buy TikTok.
Who's that bald guy from Shark Tank?
I
like Mr. Friendly or whatever they call him.
Yeah.
Mr. Wonderful. That's what it was.
Yeah.
He was trying to buy it. It was like $6 billion or something like that.
All the people that came out said that they would buy it. You cannot imagine the amount of commercials I'd be in that son of a bitch.
Yeah. There's already a lot of ads.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm talking like every third flip, you would have an ad, and it'd be unskippable.
It'd probably be every other.
Yeah, like it's. I don't know. I mean, I guess everything's gonna just have to go to streaming for people to control the content that they do.
Yeah.
But I mean, and good luck with that. I mean,
I was kind of excited to have TikTok compilation reels like on YouTube.
Yeah.
That would have been pretty funny, I feel. But it's like what you were saying, we do that with Vine still.
Yeah.
And it'd be funny, like TikTok dies, but we have all these compilations we still watch on YouTube.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty good. Something else crazy that happened this week.
What's that?
Well, I didn't know if we were going to talk about it or not, but we're going to go ahead and talk about it. Okay.
Okay.
Drum roll, please. So, I'm going to be a dad.
No.
You going to be a grandpa.
Fuck you.
You're a few years too late to be a grandpa already, but get on your phone.
Sorry, I was replying.
This is like the most interesting thing we've ever talked about on the podcast, and Dad's scrolling on Facebook.
No, I'm not scrolling on Facebook. I was replying to a text. Yeah, that's it's a big step.
Pretty crazy stuff.
How you feeling?
Terrified, but also excited.
Yeah.
Because the reason we weren't possibly not going to talk about it, because it's very soon in the pregnancy.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of complications that could happen.
Yeah.
And a lot of issues that could arise.
Forbid, but yeah.
Yeah, of course. Hopefully not.
Yeah.
But we already made like an announcement to the whole world, so might as well.
One good piece of advice for you. I wouldn't discuss your baby name.
Okay.
Like, either one of them.
Okay. Because we don't know the gender yet.
Right. But they always get like, if as soon as you say like I'm gonna name my kid this, everybody and their brother names their kid that.
Yeah.
You know, so like there was not a Colby whenever before you were born.
Yeah.
And
Now there's a bunch of cool.
yeah, there's like 4 in this town alone.
Yeah.
So,
I
so,
know personally 6.
yeah.
Off the top of my head, I can think of 6.
So it's weird how that works, but yeah, everybody has like, you know, their original idea. Because I mean, we thought yours was pretty original, but then
I mean, you never found someone spelled the same as mine,
Mhm.
so you're winning there, I guess.
Well, that's due to your mom. So
I'm happy to be the different one.
yeah,
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I'm sure you
People
are.
never spell my name right, but that's okay.
Well, I mean, the K actually kind of came from Ken and Heidi, but
That makes sense.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I
But
always felt like I felt it fit in their house more.
yeah, I know. Well, they are your godparents.
Are they really?
Huh?
Peyton and Heidi are my godparents.
Yeah, Ken's a godfather.
Right.
You didn't know that?
It
Why
was
do
a
you think
deal that
he-
you couldn't refuse.
Why do you think he's so pimp?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I did detail that caddy for him.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Anyway, man, that was a weird
Yeah, we need to
twist.
stop glazing Canton on this podcast so much.
I know, right? All right, so that dick, right? So, anyway,
We could never talk bad about him, even if we tried.
I couldn't. I really couldn't.
He's too awesome.
Well, and then I saw my friend James actually, because I was in Joplin, so of course that's where you're going to see everybody from Jasper. But I seen James there, and that's what I like about like good old friends.
Yeah.
You know, like it. I ain't seen him in years, and you know, it's just like okay, and we just like pick up, we talk, we bullshit, you know,
Yeah.
and it's all nice and comfortable, and yeah, I don't
Tell him
know.
about the podcast.
Well, I was repping the hat.
So you had to.
I mean, it was there. I mean, I was a
So you
billboard.
didn't talk about
My
it.
big old forehead. I mean, no, I didn't. So,
When you reconnect with old friends, that's what you need to be doing.
that's what I need to be doing.
Hey, so have you ever heard of the Campout? They're gonna say no, but you show them.
Right. Well, that's why I got the hat. So let's go to that.
Oh, is that some podcast you listen to? Ain't nobody gonna know.
Well, no, I tell them about it, and they're like, "Oh, really? What is it?" And I just point at the hat, so that way they can find it on their own.
Mm-hmm.
You want me to get QR code tattooed on me somewhere?
I'm not kidding. I would for the podcast.
Of course you would.
This is a important part of my life. I feel.
Let's not act like the camp has anything to do with you wanting to get a tattoo.
You think I want to get a QR code? Those are so fucking or freaking sorry.
Oh, it's too late. Like we're already past
They're
that.
so fucking. I don't know. They're really cheesy and weird, but I would get one of the podcasts because it's like, oh, cool. That's something I did for a big portion of my life.
Well, I did go to a tattoo shop over the weekend,
Yeah.
and
Did you get it?
oh, I didn't get nothing. Just I watched somebody get a tattoo.
You were stocking the tattoo shop. Gotcha.
Right. Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, I don't have a joke for
Okay,
that.
yeah.
I thought I did, but it came and went.
That's how most day-to-day conversations with me and you go.
Yeah, pretty much.
I had something. I don't know what it was.
But no, anyway, so like I was sitting there, you know, and I was looking at tattoos and stuff like that, and you know, and I'd already known about the baby. I was the first to know, by the way. So
Emma was, but
what?
and me.
Well, yeah,
You were the third to know.
you were both there for the 3 minutes it took.
Her cats found out for you.
Because they were sitting there watching it being made. Like, hey, look, we making biscuits and they making babies. Anyway, I was sitting there in the tattoo shop, and I was like, you know what? I could do like grandbaby tattoos.
Yeah.
You know, because I mean, I got my one family tattoo.
Yeah.
Right.
That covers all of them, but okay.
Well, yeah, but I think it would be a little more. I don't know, just you know, so that way the grandkid, because I know there's going to be more than one eventually, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that would be. I don't know. I'd probably do something for the grandbabies on the other arm.
See, that's funny you mentioned that because I have a lot of tattoos,
Mhm.
and I always made sure to save one arm and one leg for until after I had kids. And the arm would be for the kids, like tattoos for them in some way. And the leg, and this might sound goofy, but drawings that the kids draw. And that'll be that leg tattooed.
Mm-hmm.
Like, of course, I'll add realism to it. Like, say my son or daughter draws a dinosaur.
Mm-hmm.
I'll get the outline of that dinosaur, but I'll make it look like an actual tattoo.
Yeah.
But that'll be my other leg.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you added that part in because I was gonna have you like think back to those things that we were so proud of that we put on the refrigerator.
You wouldn't have got them tattooed at all? Not a single one?
No.
Okay.
Like tail was all off.
Yeah. Why did the tail look like a hammer?
Yeah, the mouth was bigger than the head somehow. I don't know how that worked
I
out.
did that a lot. That's
Yeah.
funny.
I don't know. The Halo tattoo or the Halo picture, that would have been a good one, but
Yeah. It didn't turn out great, but it didn't come out bad.
yeah, so I love that drawing, right?
Mhm.
For various reasons, but because I mean I've just had it forever, but my favorite part of it is that your mom started it, but you finished it.
Yeah.
And I don't want to let it go, but eventually I would like for you to take it.
Yeah.
Because I think I think you should. I think that's something that you should have because it's a connection in between you and your mom.
Personally, I don't think that it's done. Like,
Well,
I did what I could in that much time, and yeah, it looks decent, but you can tell very, very clearly the artistic ability between me and mom. And hers part looks really, really good. My part looks like it was added 20 years later.
because it was.
I
Dude.
know,
Like,
but I want it to look more coherent.
well, I mean, you can still work on it. You know, it's not
Yeah.
like it's sealed off, but I mean, you know, I don't know. I mean, I don't know where she's at on the whole artsy thing anymore, but I mean, maybe that could be something you guys swap back and forth, every couple of years or something. She adds a piece to it, you add a piece to it.
That's cool.
Get as detailed as you want. I mean, I think that'd be a cool thing for a lot of people to do.
Yeah.
But
I spent a lot of time on trying to make that look good too.
you did great. Like I love it.
Yeah.
Like I mean, it'd be nice if you could throw a picture up so people could see what the hell we're talking about. But
I won't. But because I would have to take a picture and email it to me and then download it and then put it in and yeah.
I mean, that's a solid 15 minutes. So we ain't got time for no.
We ain't got no time for that.
But anyway, yeah, I think that's probably something that you should end up with. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want you to take it like to an apartment or anything like that. But whenever you guys finally like settle down, like in a home,
Yeah. I take that.
I think it'd be a conversation we could have.
Be cool.
It's gonna be really hard for me to give it up, but
Yeah.
yeah,
I'll draw you a new one.
I take a trade.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really would. I'd take a trade.
If we were to do this trade, what would you like me to draw?
Is it
Like
bad?
another Halo thing?
Yeah, I was gonna say it'd be
Or-
bad if I said the same thing.
Yeah, think of something else. Because you don't play Halo anymore.
Honestly, if you wanted to trade me out a drawing, like if you could hand draw, like either a camp out or a nerd out, I would definitely take that trade.
Like hand draw our logo?
Yeah.
Boring?
Well, make it not boring, artsy.
Oh, yeah.
Like do that whole realism thing that you were talking about. Are the grandkids more important than me? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it is probably fair.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay, I could do something.
yeah, I mean,
Would you want the Campout logo or the Nerd Out logo?
I mean, I would want the camp out one probably because it's the original.
Yeah.
But yeah,
That logo is pretty cool. I'm
I
very
mean,
proud
I
of that
think
logo.
so. I don't know if the world would agree, but
I'm pretty proud of it. I think it's pretty sick.
I love it myself. But yeah, I would definitely take that trade. So,
Okay.
um,
And we're really leaning into this like no direction episodes anymore, huh?
well, you know what? The people asked for it.
Yeah. The people seem to like it. I don't know why.
Um,
The whole like 15 people.
we don't have to get into the whole conversation of it, but since we are seem to be leaning in towards the you and me emotionally thing, um, we were having that discussion earlier, and you pointed out a flaw that I had.
Yeah.
Um, I think you're right. You know, like,
Well, people don't know what we're talking about.
wait, I think you could explain it better than I could.
Okay. So I was telling good old father, Father Dares, that if we would have started on schedule today with the podcast, we could have done, like an hour 15, hour 20 or whatever. And because we started late, I was like, okay, we have to like stick to an hour.
Yeah.
And you're like, I get up at 2, and I want to stick to an hour so I can go to bed and get up on time at like 7:30.
Oh,
He's like, well, I have to get up at 2. I'm fine with it. I don't care what we do. We can go
yeah.
on for hours for all I care. And of course, me being all, bitter and crazy as I am, I was like, okay, all right. I just sat there and let you ramble on because you get into these things
Yeah.
where you just sit there and look for a reaction. I feel like you're just waiting for me to, because you always go like, well, that kind of thing. And you wait for me to say, okay, or uh-huh. I just sat there and looked, and you were like, okay, maybe I'm doing something wrong.
Well, so I seen the cash out look,
Yeah.
like, check please.
Yeah.
So I was like, and for the life of me, I was like, what the hell did I say?
Yeah.
I didn't quite get it. And then whenever you pointed it out, I was like, okay, yeah, I could see that.
The
Like,
problem was that whenever you've done this before, not all the time, but you've done it before. Whenever you can relate to someone else's problem, you make your problem seem so much bigger than theirs.
well, I think that's like a natural thing because like a lot of people do that,
Possibly, yeah.
you know. Because I
But
mean,
that was the issue.
yeah.
Was
Because speaking of problems, so I had a
yeah. See, there it is.
um,
You think that's a problem? Let me tell you.
yeah. Well, it's really easy to do with your kid.
Yeah.
And like you'll find that out, because I don't think I really do that in like my day to day dealings with everybody. I think it's pretty much like a you and Jamie thing.
Yeah.
Um, if I care about you, I'm gonna make you feel like you don't care or like you don't do shit. I don't know why. I don't know because I'm trying to point out that like there are bigger problems.
Yeah.
You know.
Whenever I worked at the rehab
Mhm.
this past year, my boss there, he did something very, very similar. Every time that the clients wanted to get out of something, like get out of class or, go do something else than what they're supposed to be doing, they'll ask the big boss because he's always there and he gives all the overall answers.
Right.
And it would be like, well, hey, can I go get a drink real fast? I said, just sir, they have a drink. They're just wanting to get out of class. He was like, you know what? There was this one time I was thirsty too. And look where I'm at.
Yeah, I don't do that.
That's pretty similar to what you do.
I don't do that.
Like, oh, you want to go to bed so you can go get some sleep so you're not tired? Well, see, I was tired once. And here I am.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't.
That's pretty similar.
It, so, like, I guess I look at it like kind of like a defense thing, like because you know how I hate the whole like, like, hey, 58 minutes,
Yeah.
wrap it up.
Yep.
I hate it when you do that,
Yep.
and then it's like, hey, so like anytime you got something where it's like, we're like we're gonna stay on schedule here, I'm like, motherfucker,
Yeah.
so yeah.
Well, I'm sorry. I do not have enough time to sit here and talk for 3 hours.
Yeah, no,
If I had the time, sure. Why the hell not?
and that's fine. And there's times that I need to be more understanding of that and not, like, oh, okay, sure, but especially, you got a kid on the way, you're not a teenager no more.
I got to take advantage of being able to have sleep for a while.
Right, because there's a lot of time. There's a lot of times I wish I could have sleep.
Yeah.
And trying and not understanding whenever somebody else is trying to prevent themselves from having that same problem I had.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's weird. So my bad. I'm sorry. I will try to watch it in the future.
Okay.
But
I'm so sorry, Sonny Boo.
yeah, it's really, and all these things that I say, you're gonna call me in about 15 years.
Yeah.
And you know what, Dad? My bad. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You go ahead and just go on back to bitching like you were,
Yeah.
because I'm fixing to start.
Yeah.
So,
I've found myself starting to turn into old you recently.
what do you mean?
Well, like super easy irritable,
Yeah.
you know, temper very, very short,
Mhm.
fuse already lit, you know?
Right.
I'm starting to be getting to that point, and I see why you were like that now.
Do you?
Yeah, I do, because I feel like you were doing it for the same reasons. Like, I have been having a very short temper and being easily irritable because I'm worried about, like, well, whenever the kid gets here, like, am I gonna be financially ready? Am I gonna have all this money? I need to make this much money at this much
Mhm.
time so that, like, I can eat, Emma can eat, and the kid can eat, you know? Like,
Mhm.
I have to do all these things just to make sure everything works so that everybody's good.
Yeah.
And that makes me very, very irritable very, very fast. And I see it now because you used to do the exact same thing. You get irritable about everything.
Yeah.
And I see it for being basically the same reason now.
Yeah. And do you know do you know why I was so irritable all the time?
It is, but
So, it was lack of plan and lack of experience. And once you figure out an actual plan, not a fantasy plan, like if I win the lotto,
yeah.
you know, but like you actually have some direction to go and you gain some experiences, like you go through enough heartache, you go through enough hardship, you know, it's all old hat by the end of it, but uh, that's when the irritability really goes away, like
That damn dog.
yeah, you snap your fingers out, she thinks do it more.
Yeah.
Um, but that's like what I don't know. I was always irritable because I didn't know what to do,
Yeah.
and and I tried to do it just myself. I didn't really ask any questions or try to get advice or anything like that. So I mean, definitely, come to me, come to your mother, you know, go to your godparents.
Yeah.
That's what the Godfather's for.
Yeah.
Go to your friends. I mean, because your friends are living in the moment with you.
Mhm.
So, their hardships are the most recent. You
Yeah.
know, um, my hardship has always been like work.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this is how you can kind of break it down. I mean, you're not really, like you're not using anybody doing this, but you got to play to everybody's strengths too whenever you're looking for advice.
Mhm.
Like if it's talking about work and wanting to like try to be better at it and try to climb ladder or something, you can come to me. I mean, I didn't climb far, but I climbed enough.
Yeah.
Um, you know, if it, your mom can do a lot of the, you know, family financial stuff.
Mhm.
You know, um, your friends can get you through everything that is going on that we don't understand. As parents and stuff, we don't know all that stuff.
Yeah.
We don't know about the great TikTok debacle, really. We just know we can't use it in the bathroom anymore.
Yeah.
So, you know, and how to be a great resource for like family planning, like making a home,
Yeah.
solid, stable, So, I mean, you have people in your life that can help you get through almost anything if you ask the questions.
Yeah.
So, yeah, don't be stubborn like me.
Thankfully, with all this going on, like with a kid and everything,
Mhm.
I have found myself become very handy.
Yeah.
So that's a good thing. Like working through mom and just her, like, of course, being my mother, I've
Mhm.
learned a lot about like craftsmanship and woodworking and remodeling and that kind of thing. And then through you and then vocational school, I've learned through like mechanics pretty well. So I've got house and car down pretty well. Now I have to do the family part.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think every young man should work construction for a period of his life, and they should probably mechanic at some point in their life. Not be an actual mechanic, but at least some kind of maintenance.
Yeah.
Um,
I've only been working with Mom like 6 months now, but
yeah, but I mean, it's a great skill to have. I mean, even if like you do it for a year, let's say, and then next thing you're off in an office doing whatever, wearing slacks and shit, and I'll make fun of you. Um, but you'll always retain that. You can get stuff done around the house. Like you know, hopefully you're in a stable job to where you can do that whole. Come on, kids, let's go build a playhouse.
yeah,
So there's a lot of that's a that's like the good thing about that's probably the thing I'm most excited about being a grandparent
yeah.
is some of the stuff I didn't get to do with you guys.
Hmm.
It's like a second chance almost
Yeah, I could see
to
that.
try to do it again. Now I'm not doing. I did enough diapers.
Yeah.
I'm done with that. Like I'll be with them after they're potty trained.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll come see them. They can come over and visit. Yeah, but that grandpa don't babysit till after. So, and I've been thinking about the grandpa name because it's not just for grandmas.
Yeah, I already decided it for you,
What?
but well, tell me yours first.
G-paw.
That's not no.
That's what I called my grandpa.
G-bop?
G-paw.
G-paw?
Yeah, it's G-paw and graham cracker. That's what I call my grandparents.
Yeah, it ain't gonna happen. Sorry.
Yeah, you gonna leave them with me eventually.
So the one that I wanted them to call you, I mean, of course, it's up to you. You're the grandparent, but I want them to call you Pops because I call you Pops.
Yeah,
It would be easier, and I like the name. Like, come on, Pops. You know.
I'd be okay with that.
But at the same time, I want them to call me Pops. So I'm at a fight with that. But
well, so you have this delusion of control right now. Yeah, I don't want to pop your bubble.
okay,
But everything you want your
Chris'
kid.
idea, then don't.
Well, you might as well get it out of the way now.
Yeah.
Save a little heartache because everything you want your kid to do, they're going to do the exact opposite. So you can force them to do what you want for a little while, and then eventually they themselves will come through. And like I liked you playing football.
Yeah.
I always wanted you to play football. I wish you would have played all the way through your senior year. I know your friends are over here going, "Yeah, motherfucker," but
Yeah, they did.
um,
They were forcing that.
yeah, but you had a different idea, and you didn't want to do it, and I'm not going to force you to do it because
I wanted to
you're
go to
at that
work.
age.
I wanted to go to work, make some money,
Yeah,
go blow it on stupid shit, and never make anything off of it.
yeah, been there. Yeah, go haul hay just so I can have gringos and go to the titty bar. So
I worked at Redneck for probably, I don't know, I'd say like 4, maybe 5 months. Not
yeah.
very long, enough for the summer and then a little bit into school.
Mhm.
And I made easily, I would say over 10 grand in that summer and those few months, which isn't a lot. But
Well,
for
I mean,
someone who's
for a
16,
16-year-old it is.
yeah. And I have no idea where a single cent of that went. It all went to just blowing stupid shit, like go out to eat for every meal,
Yeah.
that kind of thing.
Dude, you know how much money I've made in my life? I don't know where it is. Like,
Yeah,
like it's not something that you'll ever, you'll never have a grasp on it.
I do like that I'm starting to get to the point where I know where my money's going now.
Yeah,
Because there would be times I just look back at my account, I'm like, oh, I have no idea where any of that went.
yeah,
And now I'm like, okay, I went and eat this many times. I went and bought these couple things. I put this much money into the truck. Like I know where things are at right now. I know that'll go away, but I know where it's at right now.
So I'm not where I'm at financially, like where I'd want to be.
Mhm.
You know, like I'm all right, but
Yeah.
you know, it got a lot easier whenever I quit caring.
Yeah.
Like caring seems to be a problem, like because you get emotionally into it and everything. You know,
Into what?
anything I do, like if I care about it too much, you know, like money, right?
Yeah.
I stress over, well, where'd this penny go? Where'd that dollar go?
Yeah.
You know, it's why am I stressing about it? The only things so because I mean I'm happy as I can be financially right now.
Mhm.
I'm not where I want to be.
But
You
you're
know,
satisfied.
I mean I'm in a good spot.
Yeah.
Like I haven't stressed about a bill in I don't know how long, and it's not because and I make less money than I did just last year.
Just using it better.
Yeah, you know, like I took less money because I gave so I took less money for more time.
Which is smart
Yeah,
in most cases.
so that way that I could control my finances better. And now the way that everything's set up, I mean, I basically just pay myself an allowance. Like all the money I make, I don't that's not even my money. Like my paycheck comes, well, part of that's the electric company, part of that's the gas company, part of that's the cable company, and I know roughly what that is,
Mhm.
so I have it set up to where, these come out this time, this comes out that time, this much money goes into here, and that, blah, 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 blah. And so that means I get this much money a week, and it doesn't matter what I do with it. So, once you can get to that point to where you make enough money to pay your bills, all you do have to do is live in this box. That box is a happy fucking place, because it's like it's stress free. There's nobody coming for it,
Yeah.
like so
Ain't
you know,
nobody knocking on the door.
yeah, yeah, because I mean, every young adult goes through that.
Yeah.
You know, like I've seen several go into like the title loan thing.
Mhm.
Don't ever.
What's the title on?
I'm gonna take my car. I'm gonna go to this old Dairy Queen or whatever
Yeah.
ramshackle building that they happen to be in, or some ghetto strip mall that they're in,
Mhm.
and I hate that so much. Like the locations that they pick, are usually the lowest income locations that they can because they know that there's people there that'll do it.
Yeah.
So, um, you go in, you sign over the title of your car, but let them put a lien against your title, and then they'll give you so much money, whatever money you're asking for,
Yeah.
and then they're going to do like I mean, it's like 100% interest. Like
Wow.
yeah, it is dumb, and then they try to strong arm you. Like it's like it's legal loan sharking is what it is.
Yeah.
They pay their taxes and they pay their licensing fees, so government's happy, so you can do whatever you want at that point.
Yeah.
But it's just a huge scam, and I've seen so many people go into that scam thinking that okay, I got it, I got it,
Yeah, I can handle this.
yeah, I just got to make this payment for so long.
Yeah.
It never works out that way. You're much better off struggling and walking to work or you know eating ramen noodles for 6 months.
Yeah.
I mean, in the grand scheme of things, what is 6 months? Not
Yeah.
not much.
Yeah.
So
I get it though. Like, I understand why people would think it's a good idea. Of course, it's still not,
yeah,
but
it looks really good. Like there are smart people that have used title loan places. Like
yeah.
like I know several people that have used it, and I also know that I've had to help them get out of it too.
Yeah.
So
You'll get that on the bigger jobs though.
well, that's usually I'm really good at arguing with people on the phone, if you can believe that.
Okay.
Yeah. So I had a So this title loan place was bothering somebody, and they were threatening to repo the van.
Oh.
And I was like, okay. And they said, what do you mean, okay? Well, come get it. I'm like, but bring a gas can because there ain't gonna be no gas in it.
Yeah.
I said, but yeah, you can come get it right here in the driveway.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, well, yeah, but you owe us this much money. Well, cool.
Yeah.
Come get it. They don't want it. They don't want the van. They don't want the car. They don't want that shit. They want the cash. And they will eventually come get it.
Yeah.
But it's like, like they don't work for you, but they work for you.
Mm-hmm.
You just have to not cuss at them.
Yeah.
Like that's the whole thing with like trying to get like a bill collector, for example.
Mm-hmm.
You owe the money. Like I had a bill collector call me, and they told me that I was the nicest person that they have ever talked to.
Yeah.
Because they call and everybody's pissed whenever a bill collector calls.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They normally decline it or hang up immediately or
Yeah, or
cuss them out.
Yeah, cuss them out. Like, I'm going through all this, and you sons of bitches are gonna call me. Like, I spent the money.
Yeah.
I did something. That's why you're calling me. You bought that debt. I get it. I don't have it right now. When I do, I will pay you.
Yeah.
And I did have to do that because I thought my insurance covered it all, so I
Yeah.
wasn't prepared.
Mm-hmm.
So once I got prepared and saved up money, I paid it off, just like I said I would. But they're like you can so like say you owe $5,000, right, for something, and a bill collector starts calling you because wherever you owe money to, let's say it's let's say it's a hospital, right?
Mm-hmm.
The hospital's not going to waste time trying to collect money from you. So there are companies that buy the debt, from the hospital. So it's a $5,000 debt. The hospital's like, screw it, we'll write it off. You can buy it for $2,000. So then they buy the debt for $2,000. Then they start calling me.
Yeah.
And now they want me to pay them the $5,000.
Mm-hmm.
But they only bought it for $2,000.
Yeah.
So you ain't got to pay them the $5,000.
Hmm.
Like you can talk them down into, they bought it for $2,000. They'd probably take $4,000.
Yeah.
They're still doubling their money,
Hmm.
for doing nothing.
Yeah.
Mind you, which if we had the capital and the phone skills, I'm saying we could probably start something up. Um,
Last I heard, pyramid scheme makes a hell of a lot of money.
but no, this ain't a pyramid scheme. This is just you and me put money together, right?
Mhm.
And we got $10,000, let's say, and we call up some hospitals. We got to have all the license and shit, but we call up the hospitals and everything. Hey, you got any outstanding debt? And they have, well, we got this, this, and this. All right, well, we can buy all 5 of those for 10,000. So then now we have to call those 5 people that we paid $10,000 to get their debt, but their debt total is 50,000.
Yeah.
So we can call all 5 and at least get 20. We've doubled our money.
Mm-hmm.
So like
Not a bad deal.
yeah, but I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah.
But
You gonna try?
no, I ain't gonna try it because I've got really good at ducking them guys.
What else we got that happened this week?
Let's see. Well, you brought up Elon Musk and his rocket. I didn't see or read anything on that.
So Elon Musk this week, he launched his new rocket, and after several failures, he finally launched this one this week. That was mostly a success. Okay.
Mostly.
So they launch it into the atmosphere, like outside the atmosphere.
No.
And then, well, I think it's on the edge of the atmosphere before it goes to space, but whatever. Then they drop the main thruster, right? And in all of history, whenever any kind of space company drops a thruster, it lands in the ocean or in a desert or something. and it's never retrieved. Okay. Well, instead, they designed some sort of technology or balance system, whatever, and now they're able to catch the main thruster, which is pretty cool.
So if you have a rocket, you can drop whatever, wherever, just land somewhere in the world. But if I'm driving down Main Street and I throw out my cigarette, I can get a littering ticket?
Yeah.
Alright.
Well, get this. Right after they do this special, save the environment thing,
Mhm.
it explodes.
Okay.
The rocket explodes and just scatters.
Well, I
It
mean,
exploded over Jamaica and it made these like super awesome like colors of light in the sky, and it looked really cool.
what a time to have been in Jamaica.
Yeah, some of the videos like the people are freaking out like holy shit.
Yeah, yeah.
But now it's just Elon Musk doing crazy shit again.
I figure most of the island wouldn't even notice. They just be like, pretty, man. Like, yeah,
Who lit the fireworks?
that place was amazing, Jamaica. Like, you gotta go. Like,
Jamaica.
yeah, it is something. Like, and don't go with like the anticipation of like, I'm gonna see all these great, wonderful sights and whatnot. Like, really get into the habit of like people watching.
Mm-hmm.
So fantastic. Just
It's like Florida all over again.
like so we were in a cab and the cab driver makes this illegal U-turn in the middle of the block. Like there's no driveway. He's just doing it in the road. And we're doing like a 37-point turnaround,
Mm-hmm.
and because we're in like this like new age old hippie van. Like it's it looks like an old Volkswagen, but it's newer.
Okay.
It had a window AC unit for a house, like
Hell
upside down in the roof,
yeah.
you
Mm-hmm.
know. But anyway, so we we're trying to get turned around, and he is yelling and cussing at the guy that's just driving down the road.
Yeah.
He pulled up to this fucking debacle, and he starts yelling and cussing at this guy, and I'm like, I think that was kind of English. I'm not sure what language that was,
Yeah.
but yeah, and then like the guy that would like stand on the corner and wait for tourists, and he would sell them weed, but then he would signal to the cop that he just sold them weed. So then the cop comes over and arrests the people for buying weed because that's not legal to do in Jamaica. You can smoke it all day, but you can't buy it from a dude.
Yeah.
And then he'll give the weed back to the guy that sold it, so that way he can do it again while these guys go to jail. So that way, the government's making money. He's making his quota. He's doubling his. He's making weed profit without having to spend no weed.
Yeah.
So he's got like that 20 sack is like put his kid through college. Just a one Ziploc bag.
Yeah.
Um,
That's crazy.
yeah, people watching is my favorite thing of all time. Like
I love
it.
people watching in Joplin
Yeah, I mean,
and in Florida. That was pretty cool.
oh, there is not that much of a difference in between Joplin and Florida, like the whole state. Like, I mean, I'm outside of the weather.
Mm-hmm.
I saw this dude on a. He was on. He was outside. He was in between like Galena, Kansas, and Joplin, which is off of Schiffendecker. Like, it's a 4-lane highway, and it's at like it's like a 55-mile-an-hour zone, and he is on a little bitty motorcycle scooter thing.
Yeah.
That is clearly stolen from Tractor Supply.
Oh shit.
Yeah, like I mean, it still had the security fucking cable on it, where he cut it, but he didn't unwrap it,
Yeah.
and he just like tootling down, and he's on the wrong side of the road because he's doing it like he would a bicycle, because he had just upgraded apparently, from Huffy to whatever, and yeah, but he's just like tootling along, just doo, 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 doo. And then whenever I go back that way, well, he's made it a little farther, but now he's out of gas. So he has this thing in neutral, and he's two-leg kicking. Like,
Like how you put on your bike.
yeah, and like he's doing great going down the hill.
Yeah.
But I know there's a hill going up on the other side. So
Yeah.
I almost stopped at the bottom of that hill just so I could wait and watch. Like, I mean, I think he would have made it because I mean he was clearly methed out.
Yeah. You would have figured it out.
Yeah.
Something else happened this week.
What?
Well, we got a new segment for the podcast channel going on.
Yeah.
Good old nerd out.
Yeah. We must be getting close on time because you were like,
No,
hey,
we're dragging.
Are we?
Yeah. I went from Tesla and rockets and shit, and we just talked about how crazy people are for the last 10 minutes.
Oh, okay.
We had the nerd out.
It was fun.
It was fun.
I actually got good feedback off of it.
I got some.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, people enjoyed it. Sorry, Canton.
Yeah.
We've really got to have Canton on here because we talk about him so much. I think the world needs a little Canton in their life.
Yeah. A little bit of a bold pioneer.
Yeah. Give me a call, bold pioneer. Let's get this set up. I said we do it next weekend.
So, how often do you think we're going to be doing the nerd out? Is this going to be an every week thing, twice a month, once a month?
I mean, the idea of it was kind of a weekly deal, but I mean, I don't know. I mean, we'll just see what nerdy shit comes out.
Yeah.
I mean, because like we didn't touch on like video games or anything, which I've got.
We did talk about some, but
yeah, some, but not a whole lot. Like we didn't talk about like new games that we've. I don't know. I've kind of gotten back into video games a little bit.
Yeah.
And
talked about GTA 6.
Yeah, I'm so excited for that. Yeah, like we're probably not going to be podcasting at all that whole month if that comes out because I'll just be playing that shit. I'll turn into a streamer.
Good gaming, boys.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. That would be fun to stream though. At least one time.
Especially as soon as it comes out.
Yeah.
Like there'll be a lot of views for that.
We did have some technical issues with said nerd out. So if you want to explain yours, I'll explain mine.
Okay, so our technical issues that we had was completely my fault. Whenever I upload an episode to Spotify or YouTube,
call me out like that.
I have to add a specific audio file to that posting, and after I edit it and whatnot, I have to do that. And just so happens I clicked on the wrong one for Spotify and just didn't post the right one at all. I actually posted the exact same episode we posted a few days before for the Campout. So I had to take it down, and then whenever I got off of work, I had to come home and fix it and find out that it on YouTube did not post for hours after, So had to fix all the posting issues, and now it's live and good. And what were your issues, Father?
Well, because I was gonna for the video game footage, and it would have been nice because you had a really good shot.
Yeah.
On.
So upset.
Yeah, I know. I still got it. I mean, we can still use it, I guess. But anyway, basically, I don't have enough storage on my data stick.
Yeah.
I didn't expect the file to be that large because me and Jamie did the thing with the Division 2, and that was fine. Like, it took it and delivered it, and no issues. So that's why we ended up with just the old. We used it on, I think, 1 or 2 Campout videos.
If that.
Yeah.
We might have used it once.
Yeah. We just luckily just happened to have it, so we put something up there, but that's not what the intent was for. Like,
supposed to be gaming footage of us actually playing a game, not just Arthur Morgan sitting around a campfire.
Yeah. So
in cinematic mode.
Yeah, I think if we don't use what we were going to use, I think I'll fire up that Battlefield game.
The one I bought you.
Yeah. And people can watch me suck at it. Oh my God.
As the hour goes on, you get a little bit better.
It'll tell a story.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know, man. I'm not. I can play the campaign mode because nobody plays that game for the campaign mode. I mean, really. I mean, why? That's not why you buy Battlefield games.
No.
So,
Well, whenever we were kids, that's why.
well, every Battlefield game has a really good campaign mode. Nobody plays it though.
What was the one that me and Jamie played all the time? Was it 3 or 4?
Uh,
I think it was 3.
yeah, it's 3.
We played the campaign on that game so many times because it is so good.
Yeah,
So good.
yeah. It's good. It's detailed. It's yeah.
And by the time we were playing it, the multiplayer was already out of date. So,
Oh hell, we're starting to nerd.
oh yeah, Canton, we're so sorry.
Yeah, but anyway, so to answer your question, I would like to do it every week, but you know, right now,
I think we should do it twice a month, but
we'll see what happens. I mean, if it's pulling more views than this, I mean,
yeah. Have we talked about that we got hats yet?
No, we have not talked about that. But real quick before we switch subjects, let's try to do it once a week for 2 months, let's say. Okay, a month. I saw the eye roll.
Well, I know that as soon as that month's up, I'm gonna be like, okay, we haven't had anything to talk about for the past 3 episodes.
Well,
we should go back to twice a month.
Okay, well, let's do one.
Okay.
And let's just watch the views and see if it's worth doing, if it's not. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I don't know.
I just know once that test period's over, you're gonna be all, oh, I knew you would do this. I knew you'd want it to be over as soon as this thing was over.
Is this bitch about dad episode?
Yes.
Like, but hashtag that. Hashtag my fucking father.
Yeah.
Hashtag that is a dick.
But me and Colby, yeah, we had gotten hats and everything, but we went ahead and ordered some more hats.
Yes.
So
Give away to some of the close viewers that's been here since the beginning.
yeah, so I bought enough for everyone. I got you, Sam. Don't worry about it. But anyway, so yeah, so we're gonna order hats. If somebody would, so in all honesty, if somebody wants a hat, I would suggest probably leaving a comment in either Spotify or YouTube. I don't care which one. We'll see it. I am not going to count text messages.
Yes, please do comments.
Yeah, and this isn't a like, hey, I want like we're not trying to get more things or this ain't a like and subscribe, make sure to comment. Like it ain't none of that. It's just if you really want a hat,
Yeah.
then that's gonna be my stipulation. I will give you a hat. Just leave it in a comment.
And you can comment on Spotify and YouTube, not just YouTube. So
yeah, you can do both. So, but if you do both, you're only getting one.
yeah.
Talking to you, Colin.
Yeah. He would try one for displaying and one for wearing.
Yeah.
Same with shoes.
Except Canton. You don't have to comment.
Yeah, he can get whatever he wants.
Yeah, well, he's giving me so many fucking hats. So
if he wants the mics, he can have them.
yeah, I mean, I'll frame them up, send them on over. But anyway, yeah, he's the only one that's getting a pass. So, wow, it's Kane and Carlin too.
I think you just dropped your cherry on your pants.
Oh, that. I just thought it was getting warm in here.
Woo! I seen it like fall off and then it wasn't on the table. Yeah. I was like, oh shit, something's catching on fire.
Never thought I'd be a redhead. Okay. So right. Now that I got my 3rd-degree burns.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you'd like to talk about?
No. No. I ain't got shit.
You ain't got shit. All right.
Hey, so people who think that I'm just an asshole when it comes to this podcast and I want to quit every time, how many of those ideas sitting on that sheet right there did you come up with?
2.
Which was?
No Doubt and hats.
Nah. Who ordered the hats, by the way? Me. Who wanted to do the Nerd Out? Me. Who made the logo for the Nerd Out? Me. Who made the intro for the Nerd Out? Me. All those topics are me, so you're welcome.
No, not all 4 of yours. Because you had TikTok and Elon Musk.
Yep.
And then I gave us the next 2. And yeah, you made the intro. Whose voice is on the intro? Mine.
Distorted, and it sounds like a woman. So
yeah. That's called talent, son. Yeah, if anybody didn't know that, yeah, that is actually my voice that he like
where it says nerd out.
Yeah,
That's that,
he manipulated it to make it sound like that. So
there's a little Easter egg.
yeah, I'm actually really hoping that does well, just so I can order more hats.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. We're nerd out hats.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. The logo's not as good, but it's all right.
Yeah. So, but I mean, now if you want to go like band for band on like contributions,
Yeah, let's go for it. Let's try.
look at that mic.
Okay, you bought the equipment.
Now back at me. Now look at the laptop. Now back at me. Now look at the table. Now back at me.
Okay.
Now look at the chairs. Now back at me.
The ones you found in the trash. Okay.
I still got them. Now look at that corner at those 3 mics. Now back at me.
Yeah. So now,
so we both contribute, I think, equally.
No.
I hate you so much.
Let me talk about my part here now.
Okay.
Let me send my bands here. So, look at the account for all of it.
Uh-huh.
Me. Look at every single episode we've ever made. Me. Let's look at the idea of the podcast in general. That's me.
Who started you on that journey?
Me. Sorry, you helped give birth to me. That's about it.
No. I think somebody's like, we're going back to episode 1.
Nerd.
I hate you so much.
All right, we done yet?
Yeah, we done now. I'm gonna strangle you here in a minute.